I've spent 22 years patrolling these ridges.
I've learned the forest only reveals its secrets to those ready to lose their minds.
You think you know these woods because you've hiked the marked trails. But the silence you hear isn't just an absence of sound.
It's the sound of something holding its breath.
That was before I found the cave in Sector 4, a place that doesn't exist on any government map.
The smell hit me first.
It wasn't rot, but the scent of ancient dust and something sweet like burnt sugar.
My boots crunched on the floor as I walked deeper.
They were standing in a shallow alcove, arranged in a perfect circle.
3 of them dressed in modern hiking gear.
But they weren't moving, and they weren't breathing.
I saw a scratch on her arm, etched like it was done by a tool. There was no blood, only a crystalline dust. Inside her bag, I found a journal. The journal said they'd heard their own voices calling from the dark. They were led to this cave by a sound they couldn't resist.
Then I heard a voice behind me, and it was my own.
I didn't turn around, I just bolted. I heard a sliding, scraping sound behind me, like stone on stone. I didn't stop until I hit the main trail and the sun hit my face. I haven't been back to that ridge since, but sometimes, sitting on my porch at night, I hear them. I hear the 3 hikers calling my name, asking me to come back. I looked in the mirror and saw the same crystalline dust on my cheeks. I scrubbed until I bled, but it wouldn't come off. I'm becoming a part of the collection, and there's nothing I can do. I scrubbed my face until it bled, but the dust wouldn't come off. It was embedded in my pores, a mark of the mountain's touch. I haven't been able to wash it away. Every day it seems to spread just a little bit more. I can feel my skin getting tighter, harder, less flexible. I can feel the life being drawn out of me. I am becoming a part of the collection. There is nothing I can do to stop it. I don't have much time left. I can feel the shift in my joints, the heaviness in my limbs. Soon I won't be able to move at all. I'll just be another statue, another cautionary tale. I want to warn you one more time. Please stay away. Don't let your curiosity be the thing that ends you. Don't let the mountain take you like it took me.
The silence is getting louder now.
It's not just in the forest anymore. It's in my house. It's in my room. It's in my head.
The forest floor feels alive tonight. It's like the ground itself is vibrating.
That metallic smell is getting stronger.
I found this compass near the ridge. The needle just keeps spinning in circles.
It's like north doesn't even exist here anymore.
I can still hear them calling my name.
It's like they're waiting for me to turn around.
I'm not gonna look back this time.
There it is, the cave entrance. It's hidden behind all that dead ivy. I shouldn't have ever come back here. The air in here is freezing. Everything is covered in that strange dust. It's like the mountain is holding its breath. This stone is vibrating under my touch. It's like it's trying to communicate with me. I'm starting to understand what they meant. I found the journal they left behind. The pages are so fragile, they're falling apart.
It's all written in such a shaky, frantic hand.
The final entry is dated 3 days ago. It talks about the mimic calling their names. I hear something scraping behind me. I have to get out of here right now.
The sound is getting closer every second.
I'm not gonna look back, no matter what. I finally made it back to the trail. The sun is coming up, thank God. I'm safe, but I'll never be the same. I'm sitting on my porch at night, nursing a drink,
Listening to the wind howl through the valley.
I hear them, the 3 hikers, calling my name. I'm done being a ranger.
I'm done protecting the public from the truth.
You're just walking into a trap. I see the families, the couples, the solo hikers, all of them walking into the belly of the beast,
Unaware of the eyes that are watching them.
The Appalachian Trail is a beautiful lie.
It's a ribbon of dirt stretched over a graveyard. I can feel the weight of the mountain.
I looked in the mirror. I saw the same crystalline dust on my cheeks. I scrubbed my face until it bled. I don't have much time left.
I can feel the shift in my joints.
I'll just be another statue. The silence is getting louder now. I can hear them, the 3 hikers calling my name. They're waiting for me. I'm going to go to the door now. I'm going to step out into the night. I'm going to walk toward the ridge. When you find this record, remember what I told you. Remember the hikers. Remember the mountain.
Stay out of the unseen wilderness.
The woods are calling. You really shouldn't answer.
The forest started to change as I climbed higher.
The colors faded into a muted gray palette. Everything went quiet, like the silence of a grave. I found a limestone outcropping I'd never seen before. The entrance was hidden behind a thick, dead ivy curtain. My radio started to hiss with a rhythmic pulsing sound. I clicked my flashlight on and stepped inside. The air was freezing and smelled like burnt sugar. My boots crunched on the floor, reflecting off quartz. I saw them standing in a perfect circle. 3 hikers in modern gear, but they weren't moving. Their skin was cold, like they'd been turned to stone. I reached out to touch the man closest to me. His skin was cold like stone. His eyes were wide open in a look of pure terror. I moved to the woman and saw a scratch on her arm.
There was no blood, just a strange crystalline dust.
It was like she'd been turned into a living fossil. I checked their packs, hoping for a name. Inside the woman's bag, I found a journal. The writing was shaky and spoke of the mimic. As I read, the air in the cave grew freezing. Then I heard a sound behind me. It was my own voice calling from the shadows. I didn't turn around, I just bolted. I heard a scraping sound behind me, like stone on stone. I didn't stop until I hit the main trail. I reported the cave as a collapsed site. My supervisor didn't ask any questions. He just stamped the file and told me to take a week off. Sometimes, when I'm sitting on my porch at night, I hear it. I hear the 3 hikers calling my name from the dark. Their voices are perfect, just asking me to come back and join them. I'm done being a ranger, and I'm done protecting you from the truth. You think you're conquering nature, but you're just walking into a trap.
These things have been here since before the mountains even had names. If you hear someone you love calling you from the woods, don't answer. If you meet their eyes, you're never going to leave the forest again. You'll just become another statue in a collection that grows every year. I was never in control. I was just a witness to a hunger. The forest watches, and the shadows lean in to listen to your secrets. Those hikers were just explorers who ended up exactly where the mountain wanted them. The Appalachian Trail is just a beautiful lie stretched over a graveyard. I can feel the weight of the mountain pressing against my home. I wonder if the hikers are still there, or if the mountain has moved them. Stay in the city, where the lights are bright and the sounds are human. The wilderness isn't a place of healing. It's a place of cold, ancient patience. The only way to win the game is to never play. When I got back to the station, my hands were shaking so hard I couldn't open my locker. I looked in the mirror and saw the same crystalline dust on my cheeks. I realized then that the mountain had marked me. I tried to scrub it off, but it was embedded in my pores. I can feel my skin getting tighter, like I'm becoming part of the collection. I don't have much time left before I'm just another statue. The silence is getting louder. It's in my house. It's in my head. I can hear them calling my name from just outside the door. I don't want to run or fight anymore. I just want the silence to stop. The sun is setting, and I'm going to step out into the night. I'm walking toward the ridge, toward the place where I belong. Remember what I told you, and stay out of the unseen wilderness. I'm standing here at the edge of my place, looking back at the cabin one last time. The wind's picking up, and I can hear the trees whispering my name. I take a deep, shaky breath, and I'm finally ready to go. I turn away from the house and start the long walk toward the ridge. The path is overgrown and dark, and the sun's already fading fast. Every step feels heavier, like the mountain's pulling me in. When I reach the base of the ridge, the air gets freezing cold. I stop to catch my breath, and I can feel the dust on my face. It's shimmering in the moonlight, a reminder of what I'm becoming. I keep climbing, but my movements are getting slow and stiff. The forest is dead silent, not a single bird or bug around. I finally reach the limestone outcropping, and there's the cave. I stand there, my hand hovering over the dead ivy. I remember the hikers and that journal I found. I know if I step inside, I'm never coming back out. I push the ivy aside and step into the dark. The air in here is freezing, and it smells like dust and burnt sugar. I click my light on, and the beam cuts through the gloom. I walk deeper, and my boots crunch on the floor. There's a faint, rhythmic sound, like a heartbeat, echoing off the walls. I know I'm getting closer to the circle of stone. I reach the alcove and see them, the three hikers, frozen in time. Their faces are locked in pure terror. I stand there, feeling the cold, sweet stillness settling into my own bones. I reach out to touch the man closest to me. His skin is cold and hard, just like stone. I realize I'm not a witness anymore.
I'm part of the collection. My flashlight falls and hits the floor. The light flickers and dies, leaving me in total darkness. The silence is complete, and I'm finally part of the mountain. I can feel it now, the mountain taking hold. My skin is getting cold, and my limbs feel like stone. The silence is so loud, it's ringing in my ears. I hear them moving in the dark, just out of sight. I should have listened to the warnings in that journal. Now I'm just another piece of the mountain's collection. My hands don't even feel like my own anymore. It's like I'm turning into one of them. They're calling my name again, just like the hikers. It's almost inviting, the way they whisper. I wonder if they're still here, watching me. We're all just part of the same collection now. The cold is finally settling into my bones. I'm ready for the silence to take me. The sun is setting, and the shadows are getting long. The forest is whispering, just like it always does. The mountain is always waiting for the next one. Curiosity is a dangerous thing in these woods. The forest doesn't care about our plans. It's just a beautiful, deadly lie. I'm standing at my door, looking out into the dark. The cabin feels different now, like it's breathing with the mountain. I can feel the dust on my skin, reacting to the night air. I step off the porch and into the yard. The wind smells like ozone and that dry, ancient dust. I don't look back. I just keep my eyes on the trees. The trail markers are shifting in the moonlight. I hear a voice calling my name from the trees. It sounds just like my mom, but I keep walking. The ground is turning into jagged rock and quartz. I know I'm getting close to that place again. The air is freezing, and the silence is heavy. There's the cave, hidden behind that dead ivy. It looks like it's pulsing, like it's alive. I reach out to touch the leaves, and they're cold. I push through the ivy and step inside. The flashlight beam cuts through the dark. That smell of dust and sugar is everywhere. I walk deeper, my boots crunching on the floor. There they are, still standing in that circle. I stop in front of them, and I can feel the cold. I reach out and touch his arm. My own skin is starting to feel like stone. I don't pull away, I just accept it. I close my eyes, and the silence is peaceful. I can hear the mountain calling me to join them. I stand still, and my body starts to lock up. The cave is silent again. I'm part of the collection now. The forest keeps waiting for the next person to come along. The silence in here is absolute. It's like the mountain is holding its breath, waiting for the next soul to wander in. You think you're exploring, but you're just walking into a trap. These woods have been hungry for a long, long time. They're not just statues. They're a collection, a testament to the arrogance of those who thought they could master the wild. I spent 22 years trying to protect people from this. In the end, I was just another piece of the puzzle. They keep coming, don't they? Families, couples, solo hikers, all walking into the belly of the beast. The journal is the only thing left of them. a warning that nobody ever reads.
The woods are calling.
But you shouldn't answer.
It's a beautiful lie. A ribbon of dirt stretched over a graveyard of things that were never meant to be found. The mountain is patient.
It has all the time in the world to wait for you.
Stay out of the unseen wilderness.
Because once you're in, you never really leave.
I'm sitting on my porch at night, nursing a drink, listening to the wind howl through the valley. I hear it. I hear the three hikers calling my name from the dark. I scrubbed my face until it bled, but the dust wouldn't come off. It's embedded in my pores, a mark of the mountain's touch. I can feel my skin getting tighter, harder, less flexible. The silence is getting louder now. It's not just in the forest anymore. It's in my house, it's in my room, it's in my head. I can hear them, the three hikers, calling my name from just outside. They're waiting for me. They're inviting me to join them. For the first time in my life, I don't want to run. I don't want to fight. I just want the silence to stop. I'm going to go to the door now. I'm going to step out into the night. I'm going to walk toward the ridge, toward the cave, toward the place where I belong. When you find this record, remember what I told you. Remember the hikers. Remember the mountain. For the love of all that is holy, stay out of the unseen wilderness. I've spent 22 years patrolling these ridges. The forest only reveals its secrets to those who are ready to lose their minds. You think you know these woods because you've hiked the marked trails. You think the silence you hear is just the absence of sound. But it is actually the sound of something holding its breath. I used to think the same thing. I used to laugh at the stories. That was before I found the cave in Sector 4, a place that doesn't exist on any government map. And before I saw the three hikers who had stopped being human. My name is Elias, and for 2 decades I've been a ranger. I know every rock, every creek, and every hollow. I know the sounds of the wind through the hemlocks. I know when a twig snaps under the weight of something that shouldn't be. The forest keeps its secrets buried deep beneath the roots. It's a vast, dark place that doesn't care about us at all. The mountains are just waiting for the next person to get lost. The station's quiet now, just like the woods. Everything's left exactly where he put it. It's like the whole place is waiting for him to walk back in. That radio used to be the only thing keeping him connected. Now it's just sitting there, dead and cold. It's not going to be calling for help anymore. He spent years staring at this map. Sector 4 was always the one place he couldn't explain. It's just a bunch of lines on paper, but it hides so much. The wind's starting to howl again. It sounds like the trees are whispering something. You can almost hear them calling out. His boots are still sitting right by the door. They've walked more miles than most people ever will. It's like he's just stepped out for a second. He used to collect these little stones from the trail. They've been sitting here for years, just watching. It's like they're holding on to all the secrets he couldn't tell. And just like that, the light's gone. Now the whole place is just sitting in the dark. It's like the mountains finally claimed the last of it.
You can hear it now, can't you?
That sound, it's like the whole mountain's breathing. It's not just the wind anymore.
The woods are gonna keep calling.
But you've got to be smart enough not to listen. Some secrets are better left in the dark.
I've spent 22 years patrolling these ridges, and I've learned that the forest only reveals its secrets to those who are ready to lose their minds.
You think you know these woods because you've hiked the marked trails and snapped photos of the sunrise from the overlooks?
You think the silence you hear is just the absence of sound, but it is actually the sound of something holding its breath.
I used to think the same thing.
I used to laugh at the stories the local elders told about the places where the light bends differently and the birds refuse to sing. That was before I found the cave in Sector 4. A place that doesn't exist on any government map.
And before I saw the 3 hikers who had stopped being human a long time ago.
They were standing in a shallow alcove arranged in a perfect circle. 2 men and a woman dressed in modern hiking gear, but they weren't moving. They weren't breathing. I approached them, my heart hammering against my ribs, and reached out to touch the man closest to me.
His skin was cold, not like a corpse, but like stone.
Inside the woman's bag, I found a journal. The last entry was dated 3 days prior, written in a shaky, frantic hand. It didn't speak of bears or lost paths. It spoke of the mimic. As I read the final words, the air in the cave grew freezing. I heard a sound behind me. It was a voice. It was my own voice, clear as a bell, calling out from the shadows of the cave. I didn't turn around. I didn't look back. I bolted. I scrambled over the rocks, my flashlight flickering, the batteries dying in the sudden, unnatural cold. I heard the scuffling of feet behind me, a sliding, scraping sound like stone rubbing against stone. I told myself it was a hallucination, that the stress of the job had finally cracked my composure. But then I looked in the mirror, and for a split second I saw the same crystalline dust on my cheeks that I had seen on the woman in the cave. I scrubbed my face until it bled, but the dust wouldn't come off.
It's embedded in my pores, a mark of the mountain's touch.
I can feel my skin getting tighter, harder, less flexible. I don't have much time left. I can feel the shift in my joints, the heaviness in my limbs. Soon I won't be able to move at all. The silence is getting louder now. It's not just in the forest anymore, it's in my house. I can hear them, the 3 hikers, calling my name from just outside the door. I've spent 22 years patrolling these ridges, looking for a way to save people from the darkness, only to realize that the darkness was inside me all along. I was just another hiker, walking down a trail that only leads to the grave. The sun is setting, and the shadows are lengthening across the floor. The wind is picking up, and I can hear the trees whispering my name. It's a beautiful sound, really. It's the sound of the end. I'm going to go to the door now. I'm going to step out into the night. I'm going to walk toward the ridge, toward the cave, toward the place where I belong. And when you find this record, when you hear my voice, remember what I told you. Remember the hikers.
remember the mountain. And for the love of all that is holy, stay out of the unseen wilderness. I've spent 22 years patrolling these ridges, and I've learned that the forest only reveals its secrets to those who are ready to lose their minds. I've finally found the place where I belong.
The smell hit me first. It wasn't rot.
It was the scent of dry, ancient dust and something sweet like burnt sugar.
I walked deeper, and that is when I saw them.
The detail was impossible. I was just another hiker, walking down a trail that only leads to the grave. And now, I am part of the collection.
The transformation is almost done.
I'm just a statue now, caught in the mountain's grip.
The mountain breathes through the stone. I'm part of the collection now.
The forest is quiet now. The mimic is waiting for someone new to wander off the trail. My desk is empty now. The journal is just sitting there, waiting for someone to find it. The sun's gone down. The trail is just a graveyard now, and the mountain is still waiting. Someone's out there. They're hearing their own voice calling from the trees. They're stepping off the path. They don't even know they're walking into a trap.
The mountain is watching. There's no way out for them now.
I'm watching them come in.
The cycle just keeps going.
The warning's out there now. But the mountain doesn't care. The silence is all that's left.